Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at a triple 10k Stardust unlock team-ish, kinda, I don't know. And we are going to take a look again into the Great Lake Remix Cup. I also did a video about this specific team idea with like only 10k Stardust unlocked moves thingy like per Pokemon for the Open Great Lake, but like I don't know if I published that before or afterwards. You definitely gonna know if it's already on. Then you know that I already did that for the other league and vice versa. But yeah, I basically tried to build a team with the limitation that I can only use Pokemon that have 10k for the second charge move to unlock. Like Greedent, like Wishcast, like Golbat. Okay, Golbat costs 12k now because it's the shadow version, but you can also use the normal version. And yeah, this team was amazing. Like I went 4-1-4-1 and then 1-1 in the one set. Usually like I played 10 to 12 matches with one team until I have enough footage. And I basically put every game I played with this team in there. And then I play a different team to get another video done because you're limited to 5 sets a day anyway, so it's always a bit difficult. But yeah, I had great success with this, like 9-3 or something with this team. So like I cannot really blame anything. It was really working well. Golbat in general right now in the remix meta is really strong, as we have a lot of other poison types which can't really hit you, and a lot of fighting types or dark type, which is also pretty decent for you. Like this Obstagoon matchup is pretty decent, even though you have to shield after a while. You always win this in 2-shield. My opponent actually has a Eradicate, which is really interesting. But we know that it's not Bite and it's like Quick Attack, and we can just after one debuff go into our Greedent. And Greedent is like the star of this team. Like Greedent in general and Great League right now is such a good Pokemon. I really enjoyed this Pokemon in general. It has like so much potential. I hope we're gonna get like more diversity with the charge move pool, because we only have actually 2 charge moves in general, which is very interesting. Usually you have at least 3. So yeah, this thing has a lot of potential right now. It's really cool to use, and it's so spammy. You always basically win switch advantage back with this thing. And yeah, he actually make a mistake, I think. Yeah, I went to the Golbat and I don't get to another move, which is sad, because now like I'm kind of in a bad spot depending on what my opponent does here. And I think my opponent actually throws the wrong move, which helps me a lot. Yeah, you got some Ice Beam, don't go for Ice Beam against a Wishcast, go for Play Rough, because Play Rough, you get to do the Play Rough at the same time. Does more damage, a stab, and helps a lot if you do that, even though I'm a ground type. Here we have a perfect deal with Heracross. I might showcase Heracross as well. Might be something I should look into. But yeah, we have to see how Rock Blast is going to be there. Maybe I'm going to do that later. But yeah, we're going to go here against the Dugong now. Dugong is... It's pretty tricky, but my opponent just stays in here. I don't know if he stood out. I didn't really pay attention, but if he swapped in here, sort of switch lock there at the side for us. But we can just farm all the way down. Look at Greedent. Look at him go. And I think he was switch locked. Yeah, okay, true. It was Heracross in the lead. I forgot about that. But yeah, we can just go for Play Slam now against the Heracross, and we are fine with that. And you just farm down the whole Dugong there. We are so bulky, we can still pressure stuff. And the Heracross is nearly dead already. We can farm down before it gets to a move. And my opponent is Empoleon in the back. I'm just going to try to lower his defense, because now it is easy for the Wishcast to clean that. If you don't have a Wishcast, by the way, you can also play Obstagoon in the back. I thought about using that, but I kind of felt like I needed some more bulk in this team, even though it's already kind of bulky with the Greedent, and I thought like Wishcast would give us a bit more, also a bit safer play against Steel types. Steel types is a bigger problem, for especially like Registeel. If you like Registeel lead, like I still go to Greedent, which can survive a Focus Blast and do like half of itself, but it's of course not the ideal scenario, as you don't have the perfect swap in there. But yeah, like the Wishcast is a way better matchup against the Registeel in general, and yeah, better than an Obstagoon. And here my opponent goes into Jirachi against our Golbat. Boom, and he is gone, and he goes into a Fairy type. Yeah, I think my opponent didn't really like to see the Golbat here against him. I don't know, I think that was not his favorite. Yeah, but we can just go for the poison thing there and against the Fairy type. Like, we're in such a good spot. We already won this game. There's nothing my opponent can do. We even have double super effective quick moves with our Greedent, so good game there. Like, I don't know what he wants to do. I'm just gonna let it go. And I think I'm gonna go for one Mud Bomb now and then swap out. And there's like, what does he want to do? We already won this game. he didn't like the Golbat at all. Golbat is like such a sleeper pick right now. Like if you haven't tried that already, like do that. And Golbat plus Greedent is really nice unless you face a Steel type, which is basically only Registeel there in the lead. Then you're okay. Other Steel types are fine though, like Empoleon or something. You have Bullet Seed Crunch, which I think against Empoleon you actually can win in nearly every shield scenario. So it's not that bad. Here we get out the fighting type. That's why I say like why Obstagoon would be also good for this team. If you have that in the deck, you get out the other fighting types with the Greedent already. I don't know if I can survive this move. I can. I tried to get to the move there and it just didn't go through, and he gets the boost. I had to wait like one turn because I didn't get the energy yet. Just had to come through, and that was enough to KO me, I guess. My opponent gets an Empoleon, and now he has a double weakness to ground type moves. And I like that because I have this super spammy Mud Bomb, and Mud Bomb basically KOs both of his Pokemon. He goes to the Shadow Ball, which is even better for me because now I know, okay, I can just go for Mud Bomb. Gonna outspeed him anyway, and I'm in a really good spot. And I will speed him into the next move. And yeah, this game is over already. Wishcase is also like such a good Pokemon. It's such a fun team to use. I always really like to have this restriction in general that you can only use certain Pokemon that are a bit less meta than you usually use. So here goes the Shadow Ball. I think my opponent quit at this point already. That's why it lags so long. And yeah, good game there. Next we're gonna have Kaiwei Chang. This is tricky because you have Shell Ball, but my opponent gets to the move faster. So I could swap out into my hard counter because it's a better safe swap. But I don't really know if I want to do that. I think I do that eventually, and I try to catch like a Shadow Ball. I think I catch the Dark Pulse, yeah. Usually people go for Dark Pulse instead, but we actually get out the counter user, which is pretty, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Never mind, we don't have the Obstagoon in the back. It's not really that important, to be honest. But we got him low, we can go into Wishcase and farm him down. We don't really have to shield here because he most likely goes for Sludge Bomb, yep. And we can KO him in time. He goes into a Ramble. What am I doing? I should swap out earlier there. I should have swapped out way earlier, I think. He shields, goes into the Kaiwei. I can go for the Shadow Ball, which is nice. Oh, are we gonna win this? Still gonna be close. I mean, we have to go for the Blizzard here. I think he definitely does not have two moves. He should be able to win this game. Yeah, we get the defense drop as well, which is kind of unlucky, but doesn't really matter. This Blizzard gonna annihilate that thing, and it's gonna be a good game. Next up, we're gonna have Frostless against us. That's a bit trickier, but we can swap out there. Goes into Primeape, and now we're looking really, really bad, to be honest. Like, I don't know. That's a bit of a hard counter, but I mean, we are so spammy, we can get a shield here at least. No, like, yeah, fine. Maybe we can actually get two shields here as well, which is even better. And now we have one shield advantage. I'm gonna let the first one go because if it's a Knife Slash, like, don't really matters to me. But I'm gonna shoot the second one because, like, one Ice Punch wouldn't have KO'd us, but with that pre-damage there, it would. And we can just farm all the way down. Goes back into the Frostless. I can just, like, try to go for an Earth, what's it called? A Shadow Ball. And that should be fine. My opponent goes into the Rapion. And I'm just gonna go to Wishcase, but this matchup is even worse than I expected it to be. Because in the zero shield, you can just go for the Crunch and wins this. And I'm actually making a kind of mistake there. Yeah. I think I throw against him here. Do I? Oh no, I tried to let him farm me down, but yeah, I was kind of too scared then. I wanted to get the Switch Clock up, but I couldn't. And I mean, it still worked out well, so I guess the extra poison stings got him to the point that he couldn't farm up to enough for an Avalanche. But yeah, a bit tricky. My next opponent is Greedent against me in the lead, which is interesting as this is a neutral matchup. His quick moves are like double resisted against us, but Body Slam is still a really, really strong move. And he gets to that way faster than I get to my moves. So we can go for one Poison Fang here. He's already debuffed. He has to shield this. And I'm gonna try to catch the next move, and I'm gonna be able to do that and sneak an extra Bullet Seed in, which is beautiful. My opponent swaps into the Dragalge, gets an extra quick move, and which is unlucky, but happens. But Body Slam does hurt a lot. And if he does not throw a move against us, we're gonna get a shield from him. As he throws a move now against us, which is fine. Goes for an Awkward Tail. And we cannot get to the next move. because he goes to another awkward here, but at least he's like completely out of energy here. What I'm gonna do now is, I know that this is only an awkward here, so I don't shield this, but I can just farm all the way down. I'm in a good spot. As we have all the energy now, my opponent goes into Greedent. And I think I'm gonna swap out now, try to farm down, but he goes into Kofag. And I'm an idiot here. I throw this game, I think. I go for the Shadow Ball, which is okay as a play, but I should go for the Poison Fang now because I know that I don't get to the other move, which would have put him into Mud Bomb range. And this loses me the game. Like, it would have easily won this game now if I didn't play it like I played that. Because I'm pretty sure a Mud Bomb would have KO'd after one debuff and the Poison Fang damage. But I'm an idiot and I didn't do that. So, yeah. Could have played that better. Next up I'm a champ against us, because I'm not gonna throw against this thing, because one Poison Fang will not KO him and he will always run the zero shield. Way better for us is if we can like farm him down. But my opponent goes into Reti Steel and we have our wish case for that, and let's see how good this matchup actually is, as my opponent gonna bait me on the first turn here. He goes for the Flash Cannon, I have no idea why, there's literally no reason for that. We can just spam the Mud Bombs here and we are fine. As he goes to Focus Blast, we're still gonna survive that. We're gonna build up to 2 and hope that he shields here actually to gain back switch advantage, which he's not gonna be able to because Wish Case is too broken. And we're in a good spot now. We know now his whole team with Nidoqueen here. Go for the Shadow Ball, which was stupid, I think. Yeah, I should have went to the Greedent first because I don't want to have Greedent against the Machamp, but we still have a shield, so we're fine. We can farm him down here. Have a Shadow Ball actually against the Machamp and gonna win this game. So yeah, still kind of pissed off that I lost the other game because I didn't throw the Poison Fang. That was kind of stupid on my part, but misplays being made. Here we have Reti Steel against us in the lead. As I said, that's like the worst possible thing you can face on the lead. We can go for the Greedent, but usually you don't see them that often. I think that's the first Reti Steel I have ever seen in the lead during this cup yet. And we can still survive one move. My opponent actually goes into Dragonair. And this team for my opponent is really cool, but unbeatable for us, sadly, as you're gonna see. Because it's just a hard counter. Like, you're gonna see what he has in the back now. We have to hope that we can farm him down, which we're gonna be able to do, which is good. But we can go now into our Wish Case. Against the Reti Steel, he's still locked in because he threw a move, I think, against the Greedent, which is fine for us. He goes for a Focus Blast and now swaps out into a Shadow Dragonite. Yeah. Nothing really we can do here. Double Dragon, basically. I still try to KO the Dragonite with my Poison Fang and he shields even the first one, which is good for me. But still, like, there's nothing really I can do here. Poison Fang won't KO him. And yeah, we can try to farm down, but we're gonna die one turn before that, and we still had to go get to at least a Shadow Ball, and I don't even think that it would KO. Next up, against Pidgeot, we can go for the Poison Fang immediately. It's always awkward with 2 turn against 4 turn, because I don't want to throw at the end of their turn, because it's, for me, sadly too likely that they're gonna get an extra quick move in there. So what I always do is basically throw in the middle of the animation, so they only get like 2 extra turns and they're guaranteed instead of a chance for 4. And they go into Obstagoon now. Pretty hard counter team here, sadly, right now. We can go for Body Slams, but we have to see if we can threaten that thing. We cannot get to another one, which is kind of sad. We have to, I think I actually go into the Wish Case. Yeah, I try to get some damage on me here, so I can preserve the Golbat a bit. I hope that he throws another one, I think. Try to farm all the way down. And he actually makes it really clever, because now he doesn't really give me farm for the Golbat, and now he has a hard counter with the EXP. I think I'm just gonna surrender this match. Yeah, this is like the 3rd loss. This is just hard counter team again, like there's nothing really I can do, which is fine, which just happens. And into the last game, we have Cresselia against us, which is interesting, as Cresselia doesn't really have a charge move that hurts us that much. But the quick moves kind of hurt, and yeah, it's still bulky and it's annoying. Maybe I should bait here, but I'm currently like, okay, if I bait, I potentially don't get anything. And if I not bait, I either get the Cresselia or a shield, so like, why would I bait there? That's just like not really logical. So yeah, kinda not the best for me, but I can go for some good crunches now against this Empoleon. And we are actually fine here. As we get the defense drop here, which is huge because now the crunch gonna hurt a bit more. And we can go for another body slam because Greedent is just broken. And we're gonna start this Empoleon, which was just a greedy. My opponent goes into the Cresselia. I try to catch just his move here. I don't really want to shield this. I just want to get rid of it. So yeah, we go into the Wishcast. We can go for one Blizzard and we should be pretty decently fine here. I don't know what he has in the back yet though. He doesn't catch the Blizzard, which is good. Blizzard gonna KO this Cresselia. And he gonna have a Lantern in the back. And the end of this game was pretty decent, so I'm just gonna say thanks all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, thanks for the support recently. Like it's really crazy good, most likely also because more people clicked on that like button. That helps with the algorithm.